Wow, those open clip earbuds are the best sounding one that I ever heard. Though, is it beating the Free Clip 2 from Huawei that was my previous #1 with everything else? Let's figure it out and let's get started. When we are talking about the best sound, then of course it needs to be Moondrop. And when we're talking about exceptional sound, it needs to be a collaboration of Moondrop with an anime-inspired game. And in this case, it's Wuthering Waves x Moondrop that is creating the U.C.T.S. I don't know what U.C.T.S stands for, but this is the packaging of these ear clips. It's large, it's huge actually, can barely fit it here on the table. What we find is a lot of accessories, and I have to show it to you so you believe me. First of all, we have this nice kind of sheet here. Then we have 2 pins, one for the female version here. Very nice, you can pin it to your collar if you want to, or shirt. And we have the male version here as well. Then we have this here, which features even more like some kind of bookmarks with the female and the male version that you can definitely use to either place it somewhere or use it as a bookmark for your book. Pretty nice, I have to say. Also the whole packaging there. Then here, what's inside of here? I think there's a lanyard of some sorts inside. Yes, there's a lanyard inside because you will see in a second. There's a lanyard inside, and ooh, a Wuthering Waves themed of band here that you can put around either your wrist, or you can attach it to your backpack or something like this if you want to travel with them. And there you have this here as well. And let me get the, because I've already unpacked it. This is the case, also Wuthering Wave styled case for the earbuds. And if you swivel it open, there you find your earbuds that of course I have in my ears right now. But yeah, this is this USB Type-C port there to charge. This is really cool, as you see here also with all the details. Moondrop, USB Type-C, there's an LED as well. This very solid kind of flip open. It's very nice kind of compass needle here. Very nice in terms of style there. Using also the Wuthering Waves font. Yeah, and this you find under this flap here, of course, put in like here. But you also find this here, which includes all the instructions, and I think also the cable as well. I can open it up. Maybe it's open up from the other side there. Is that charging cable? Oh, I didn't see a charging cable. There we go. There's a charging cable. And of course, we have also the booklet that tells you exactly how to use them. So that's inside of this box. A warranty sticker as well. Pretty cool. Pretty cool unboxing experience, I have to say. Gifted to Moondrop for this. This is just really an experience. Let's check the earbuds themselves. So open this up here and we check out how they look like. You see here we have a pretty large driver unit and battery unit there. We have dual drivers in here, which is something very special for under $100 kind of open fit designs. We have this nice logo here that probably has to be like this, which is probably connected to Wuthering Waves. Charging pogo pins there as well, and this nice C-bridge that has this nice design. It's not so flexible, I have to say. It's going back to its shape, but I like the shape so much, and it's not rubbing anywhere, and seems to be more comfortable than some of the rivals there when putting in your ear. It's matte plastic here, it's very lightweight, and yeah, let's check out how they look like in my ears. So I'm wearing them like this, as you see here. You can of course, put them a little bit up if you need to, but this here is giving you less of a direct sound because it's not directly firing into your ear canal. So I put them a little bit down like this so they can fire more into my ear canal and get better sound quality. But you can, yeah, wear them the way you like it, and you can wear them for hours in and out because they're very comfortable. One thing though I have to say, if I'm wearing like this, if I move around a little bit like this, I hear click noise. So I'm touching the back of the earbud here, which is a touch sensitive kind of position. It's not doing anything on a single tap, but on a double tap, it will start or play pause, which is a little bit of a distraction that you hear the click sound sometimes when you're just turning your head or something like this. Maybe I'm just too fat. That's the reason why. So it's touching here and then doing this click noise. But be aware of that. This might be an issue that you might run into. So maybe it would be a cool thing if Moondrop can just, because it's definitely a click that you hear in your earbud, disable it in setting or allow us to disable it in setting to prevent such things. So I'm having them now in my ears, and I want to show you, demonstrate you how this works. So instead of like tapping here or there, you just tap on the back 2 times and it will stop playback or pause playback. You do this again and it will start playback again. If you want to skip to the next one, a triple tap will go to the next song. And you can also, I think, with a triple tap, go back to the previous song when you do it on the left earbud instead of the right one. But those are the only few settings that you can do, because there's nothing really else. Like a press and hold is not getting the volume up on either of those. And I think if you go and press 4 times, it goes into gaming mode and says, let the battle begin. And
detecting frequency.
Press it 4 times again. Oops, 3 times it was.
Enjoy the groove.
It goes back to sound mode. The sound mode being higher quality for sure. It supports LHDC 5.0 codec, which some of the smartphones that are coming from China, the Chinese variant, support, like the Huawei devices, the Xiaomi, the Oppo, the Vivo devices that I have. I think even Honor is supporting that, which is the highest quality that it can get. But if you don't have LHDC support, it will give you AAC support at least. Let's talk about the highlights of the Moondrop U.C.T.S. And this is the sound quality. Yes, the dual driver system here, 1 magnetic driver and I think 1 planar tweeter here, are doing really a great job. This is the best sounding open clip earbud that you can find on the market right now. Yes, it is even beating I think the Huawei also has a dual driver system there, the Free Clip 2 in terms of sound quality. It gives you thumpy bass, even though it has an open style earbud. And it gives you crystal clear highs, which is super cool. It's a bit on the side of a V shape here, where the vocals are also pushed a bit forward. So the vocals are mostly sitting in the mids, you know, but it's fantastic what they're doing here. So they give you the thumpy bass if you need it, and they give you crystal clear highs, which is sometimes even coming close to an in-ear when it comes to the sound quality. And this is just simply fantastic for this open ear design. One part definitely is this large 30mm dynamic driver, which is the main driver there. That is there, of course, for the lower ends, for the mids, and for the highs, we have this planar tweeter there that's a bit smaller there. And this is giving a very smooth sounding sound. Together with the openness, because you don't have anything blocking your ear, you get also a wider sound stage, which is quite cool. And it's just phenomenal what they've done with this sound quality. I really like to listen to music with those, and this is something that I cannot say for almost all the other clip style earbuds. Free Clip 2 is also where I like to listen to music because they're also sounding very good. Also a dual driver system. So it might be a good thing to have a dual driver system. But those here are just simply sounding better in terms of details because they have detail retrieval as well. Of course, granted, I'm running them in LHDC 5.0 codec, which is the best codec that you can get. Highest quality, sound quality that you can get here. Bluetooth 6, I think, is supported here, which is quite cool. So it also has very good range with this one. The only thing which is sometimes you run into issues, and where the Free Clip 2 are definitely better, is latency, because the Free Clip 2 support Nearlink, and I can use my MateBook 14 or I can use my Mate 80 Pro Max here with Nearlink that supports the possibility of low latency, under 2 milliseconds of latency, which is super cool for just doing your video edits, for example, which is mind-blowingly good. It's just if you're using a cable. Those sadly don't have this, and this is one of the things where, yeah, it's fading a little bit. If this would have this, it would be so damn cool. We come a little bit to the downsides, and yeah, one starts, of course, with the case, which is on the larger side. As cool as it looks like, it's a bit hard to carry. And yes, we have this lanyard and the hook. You can just hook it to your backpack if you need to. Still, if you want to put it in your pocket just to walk out with your dog or something, it's a bit on the larger side. And then we have the microphone support. Moondrop is doing quite good advertisement in ENC, so electronic noise reduction for voice calls, everything optimized. But this is bad. This is really bad because, yes, it is good if I'm right next to a busy street. You can't have this active noise cancellation for my voice isolation, but not if I'm in a quiet room like this one. I sound so artificial. Parts of what I'm saying is just cut off. No. There, you could have get the crown if you get like microphone quality right. It is okay. It is not a total disaster, but it's too artificial sounding in my opinion. And why? And when it comes to negative points, we have to talk about the app. Yes, they improved the app tremendously with its design and its reliability there, but it's still not on par with others. Yes, we have this new user interface that, by the way, is working fine as long as you don't go in here and want to change certain things because the text gets big. And I had to use another phone, the Pura X Max here, for some reason. When I wanted to enable LHDC, it was not working because it showed me such a huge text box just like here. And the cancel and confirm buttons were out of place and I couldn't get them in. So I had to use a different phone. So if you have the new Samsung Galaxy Fold 8, this won't work. You cannot just go and confirm it, which is a bit of a shame. And I hope that Moondrop is like paying attention to those kinds of details and do proper scaling for their app. Otherwise, I have the newest firmware version 1.40 here on board. We have an endurance mode that is lowering a little bit the volume and I think also sound quality, but prolongs the battery life because with LHDC you don't get the 8 hours that you get with AAC on a single charge, and you can 3 or 4 times charge them up with the case. So that is a pretty long battery life already, but yeah, you don't have it. And with LHDC, you don't get dual device connection, which is such a shame. Why can others do high quality sound and have dual device connection and this one doesn't? I know it's a bit of complicated, you have to figure the protocols out, but come on, Moondrop. We are living in the 2026 now and not in 2020. So this is something you should have figured out. Immediately what you have to change when you start off is I think you have to go to high gain to get a little bit of a louder sound because by default they are set to middle gain, which is just giving you too low of a sound. And I don't know why there exists the low gain because you cannot have ears so sensitive that it's too loud for you in the middle gain position. We have some voice settings where you can just set the voice for the prompts. You only have the male and female version. By default, the female version is turned on. Tune EQ, which is pointless. Why would you have this? Because we only have one EQ setting there. But we have, of course, the personal sound preference. We have to log in for that. And we have the online interactive DSP. Gladly, we don't have to log in for this. And you can set your other DSP or tuning EQ settings, basically, the way you like it. So there are a few of them here provided by the community, and you can play around with them if you need to. There's some official ones, there's some featured ones as well. So pretty cool feature to have this on board. But this is everything. Then we have a user guide, and that's about it. So yeah, function settings here is also the user interface. Why do you have the function settings here and here the gain section? User interface design. Come on, Moondrop. Just get a designer, hire a designer for the app. This is like embarrassing. And I don't even know where do I get the firmware updates? I got them somewhere. Ooh. I thought it was in function settings. It's gone. Anyway. Somewhere you can also update the firmware. Was it in user guide? No, it's just giving you the instructions. That's the same as a booklet. You see, it's like, I mean, it's working somehow. So that's not the issue, but it's not the best experience here. This user interface here. Make it a little bit nicer looking, more optimized also for foldables, and yeah, more organized, please. So to summarize, on the negative side, we have a bit of an app issue with foldable phones scaling, a bit of a limit in terms of customizations. So we have those touches that you can do behind the ear, very nice, but sadly no volume control. And sometimes if I do this and this, it might touch my inner ear and accidentally initiate a tap, which did not lead to mistaps in general, but it would be cool if you can just turn it off. And the other thing would be the microphone quality. I think when you're outside and lots of stuff is going on without your control, it might be very good. And for real-time callings, I never had issues, but still I would want them to have better mic quality. And that's the main issue with them, and why they will not beat such thing as the Huawei FreeClip 2, even though the sound quality is tremendously good, very good. It's one notch over the FreeClip 2, but not enough to make them the recommendation over the Huawei FreeClip 2, because the FreeClip 2, even though the FreeClip 2 is a bit worse in sound quality than those here, these are phenomenally good. All the other features, maybe except battery life, because they are a bit better than the FreeClip in terms of battery life. Everything else, microphone quality, touch quality, the controls, the app, dual connection, even though with high codec, is a bit better on the FreeClip 2. So what I really wish them to do next time is not only collaboration with an anime style game, but maybe with Huawei, Vivo, Oppo, Honor. So to rule out all the other issues, just provide them the high sound quality, get the mic, software and everything else from the other manufacturers. This would be a very cool collaboration and the best. But for those people who like mostly listening to music, and this is the most famous thing, music, podcasts, movies and so on, and just want pure sound quality, and they don't like to use them for calling, only in emergency situations where it's generally fine, and love long battery life, good kind of fit as well, then these are the best that you can currently get. And if you want both, you can buy both, because those are under 100 euros, around 80 bucks. What else can I say? Find the link down below. That's it for this video. And no, this is not a sponsored review. I bought them myself because I was interested in them. And I find them very, very good in this regard. Everything else, however, If you need more configuration, volume control, dual device connection, then the FreeClip 2 probably are still the best to beat. Maybe there's another one, but this is for another video. That's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have some questions, put them down below. Until the next time.